pulled somebody over. The Popo has pulled somebody over. It looks like Inkster Popo. Maybe. Maybe it's Wayne. Let's find out. We are in Inkster. The Wayne Inks border here. Or I guess Westland. Westland. Ooh, it is Wayne PD. Let's go check them out. Check them out. Check them out. Let's go park over here. Check it out. Let's go see what do we got here. What we got here. Said my door closing for me. Da 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 da. Why the fuck is that shit all in my motherfucking way? I don't know what to say. Let's go check it out today. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yes, we're at SNK. SNK Fuels. Uh-oh. Check it out. Damn. Uh-oh, Westland. The Westland PD. Westland PD. Makes sense, we are in Westland. We are in Westland. Damn. No car. Oh, there they are. Let's see what happened here. Traffic, perhaps. Perhaps. Can't be jerking and driving, you know. Shouldn't have to say it, but sometimes it happens to the best of us. Oh yeah. Stalking the police, right? Yeah. He's probably riding with it. Very possible. Equinox, yeah. I'm gonna say he's riding dirty. What do you guys think? Popo. How's it going? Absolutely not.
What's that?
I said absolutely not.
Okay, the latest man's progress here.
Delay his progress. Don't think he's making any progress. Don't think he's making much progress. We'll get out of the grass because we're military men. We're a military man. Da 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 da. Da da da. Man, such a beautiful day out tonight though. da, 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 da. What's he doing? Following the police. Yeah, you guys are way better than Wayne, I'll give you that. And Inkster. I said Westland better than Wayne and Inkster. Not bad.
Next one, hey, we'll take the credit where we get it made.
It's not bad compared to those two. I don't have no issue with Westland. Not really. Pretty uneventful. Looks like he got a ticket. Get you for speeding? What? What'd he get you for? I can't, yeah. Westland, man, they're horrible. Like, traffic-wise, they get everybody. They're bad, man. They're road pirates for sure. But other than that, that's about it. They write a lot of tickets, but I never, can't say never, but I don't hear too many bad things about them. What's that? I'm gonna come closer. I can't hear you. You said what? Huh? Yeah. They're all right. They're all right. Definitely better than Wayne and Inkster for sure. Yeah, they're all right. They write a lot of tickets though. You got to be careful when you're in Westland. They write a lot of tickets. They write a lot of tickets. But other than that, they're not too shabby for this area, all things considered, you know. All things considered. Uh-oh. Double trouble. Double trouble. Man, no one's called me a bootlicker yet in the comments. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. I never, can't say never, but so far I haven't had any. I mean, Westland's been pretty reasonable to me, all things considered. Comparative to Wayne, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't really have a problem with Westland. Kevin Coleman, I don't mind him. Stampy, I don't mind her either. Yeah, I haven't really had any issue in Westland. But Wayne, man, that's a different story. That is a different story. Yeah, they called in for backup. Uh-oh. What's going on? Yeah, it's not looking good though. They called in backup, so I don't know if that's because of me or pretty standard protocol or something's going on. Something's going down. Something. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't want to get too close. Hopefully he doesn't get you for obstruction. I don't see how. I mean, I don't see how. I'm pretty far away. Ticket, ticket. Did they request you to move or command you to? He asked me to. He asked me to stand further away. He asked me to stand further away, which I said absolutely not. But then I moved, just kind of on my own. Oh, that's Westland. Okay. Is that Westland? I believe so. Might have been. I think so. The second cop in the black SUV, I'm not sure. I think that's Wasteland. Smells marijuana and alcohol. Who's that? Who's got the marijuana and the alcohol? Who's got that? Please, somebody got some? I won't say no. I partake in the green bitch from time to time. Good song though right here. Da, 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 da. Marijuana and alcohol. Sounds like a good time. Sounds like a good time to me, guys. Shit. Don't threaten me with a good time. Remember what happened to Wayne when they threatened me with a good time? They got a good time. They got a real good time out of me. We're just getting started though, really. So, you know, I ain't got no qualms with
when I'm rolling through my hood.
I ain't no qualms, guys. Shit.
Everybody in the ghetto trying to
Oh, it's some old school shit, guys.
She need amphetamines, but I'm the only motherfucker with the candy cream. Not a spot's hot. Here come the cops. That mean talk the
Here
dope.
come the cops.
Close up shop. Time to move on. Brothers on the cell phones talking to them hoogies. I mean them ding dong. Cause in the ghetto everybody got nicknames like Master P, Lil Roy, and Big Mac. Eyes red, dang to the head. I'm not Snoop Dogg, but I feel like Lil Half Dead. Hennessy with a dab of that gin and juice. Gatorade, but it gotta be 80 proof. So we can reminisce to all the niggas miss. And when I said the ghetto's trying to kill me, feel lit. Cause in my hood, it's rest in peace shirts. And every nigga in their mama that did dirt. I'm from the gang, or even gangbang. I slang dope, motherfucker, it's the same thing. Cause where I'm from, you got to watch your back. Cause every nigga in the town got a cat. In these hoes, you can't love her. Even though a motherfucker wanna kiss and rub her. Watch your back, cause cats go back, tap. But motherfucker, and it's like that. Rolling through my hood, rolling through my hood. This what I see when I'm rolling through my hood. Rolling through the cuts, dipping down the alleys, a killer Cali. But yeah, got the top drop because it's not cloudy. So I roll on, tank top with my slow on, feeling the sun rays that be peeping through the ozone. I like to chill out, hang out, cause I'm cool, you know. Big gators in the mix with the fix. Full I see niggas shaking ivory, hoes shaking acid. But everybody head turns when the cool passes. Who ride? I ride with my 9 hoe. I creep as I creep, cause I gotta keep that low. Rolling through my hood, rolling through my hood. This what I see when I'm rolling through my hood.
Bitch nigga, I am one quick to use that AK gun on a mark motherfucker who wanna pick up on 2 to the dome, but take your ass home. Ain't no love in my motherfucking hood. Looking where I'm at, ain't shit turning out good. When you cash, cause it's all a fucking man. We get the dice and start rolling on the pavement. That's how it is on the first of every month. Sipping gin and joking off the blunts. And getting high in the sky, don't ask why. Young G from the hood trying to get by.
What up?
Rolling through my hood. This what I see when I'm rolling through my hood. I'm rolling through my hood. I see a lot of factors, a lot of anchors. But since the money's kinda low, I see a lot of jackers. Now where I stay, it be the east to the bay. And what do I be doing to be a 6 to a 20? And what do I be strapping to be an H to a K? But I don't love them, that's why I never ever play. And then I folk, I used to dope and holler at the bitch. But it's not 5 shot and all about me trying to get a grip. 14 niggas in the cup trying to get a book, but it ain't all good. Cause niggas like set tripping up in my neighborhood. Lost out through the cut, I see tats hopping off the trip. It's all about mine, so it's all about me trying to get a feet. Can't trust that these hoes, I leave them hoes in the bus. Because it's one
Yeah,
thing
back
to
when
you
Silk the Shocker used to be on beat.
Cause they asleep, they get
Oh.
you caught up in this game, maybe locked up, toe up when I float up. I see these bitches, these niggas all the same. It's a ghetto thing, and Silk gonna be caught up in this ghetto gang. Rolling through my hood, rolling through my hood. This what I see when I'm rolling through my hood. I hit the blunt twice, and then I'm off to a getaway where I got my shit hid away in the cut. A personal yak, I snatch a few sacks, about to hit the track to come up on some scratch. Hit the block sideways, hurting, tripping, swerving. I'm serving the shit that I make cause it's tight. All night long niggas hustle for paper. 24/7 niggas stay on the paper. Gotta get them rich and you gotta have game, yo. Gotta keep Rilo with them holla. See it still going down. Motherfuckers getting bucking in town. The siren sound never go away. Every other day it's another nigga in the game. Straight passed away. And as well as we all know, it's a little bit city, but motherfuckers bound to get shitty. Now when I run through my spot, I see niggas like broke with them Glock. 17 shots, nigga. Hot, nigga. Hot, you nigga. And I start a 4-5 in the hood. Like that, check it out, fool. It's a ghetto thing, ghetto thing, ghetto thing. And if you ain't from the ghetto, you wouldn't understand. Rolling through my hood, rolling through my hood. This what I see when I'm rolling through my hood. Rolling through my hood, rolling through my hood. This what I see when I'm rolling through my hood, through my hood.
Not bad, huh? Not bad. Rolling through the hood, rolling through my hood. Rolling through my hood, I guess, if you want to call it that. Not my part, you know. My part of town's alright. It's not Shack Town, but it ain't far from it. It ain't far from it though, guys. Straight down Glenwood. Take a left once you hit the corner there. You're in the Shack Town, baby. Midland, Michigan Media. What's up, bro? Out on a hot patrol looking for corruption. Yeah, you know, that's what we do here. That's what we do here. Glad to know I'm not the only one. From your house to the hood is like 2 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly my point. A little bit more, you know, I mean, like I said, I'd say probably 5 minutes, right? I'm 5 minutes from the hood, right? Not far. A good distance, though, in the modern era. In the modern world, I shall say, you know. better than most. But yeah, 2 minutes, you know, that's about right. If you're, you know, if you're being realistic, right? I mean, if you're really not driving the speed limit, which nobody does, so. Except for me, I drive the speed limit because, you know, the people be watching, you know, they be watching. They be watching, they be listening in, so we definitely drive the speed limit. Because, yeah. Because we know what to expect. We know what to expect. So, yeah. In the motherfucking house. On a patrol looking for corruption. Well, you don't have to look far in Wayne, Michigan. Because Westland, like I said, people talk shit about Westland all the time, you know. The locals will call it wasteland, right? And, you know, I get it, right? I get it. But, I mean, God, Westland has so much more going on for it than Wayne. It's comical. But, yeah, Wayne is like the hair on the tit, right? They're like the mole. They're like the mole and the hair, right? They're like the hair on the mole on the tit of Westland. That's what the city of Wayne is. So, you know, it's a problem. Wayne's a problem for Westland. Always has been. Well, not always, but, you know, since 1965 or 67 or whatever the fuck, 66. 1966. Since 1966. So basically forever. Basically, you know, they've been a problem for Westland. But, yeah, I mean, Westland, I don't really, you know, there's every so often there'll be a civil rights case against Westland. But Westland, like, I've had a lot of experiences with Westland, and they've been fair with me. They've been very fair. They've been, you know, outright generous, dare I say, at times, you know. So we don't mind Westland at all as far as that goes, comparative to Wayne. Now, does it have its problems? Is it Westland? You know, I guess so. It's got Shacktown. It's got Shacktown, but, you know, I'm not going to sit here and dog on it, you know, like I said, because they've, you know, Westland's been good to me, so can't say the same for the city of Wayne, though, unfortunately. Can't say the same. But yeah, you know, pretty quiet night here in Wayne, Michigan. Pretty quiet night, which it normally is, you know, I mean, it really is. The Modern Philosopher, what up? What up? I got family in West Bloomfield, and I'm told it's still sketchy there. In West Bloomfield? You're saying it's sketchy in West Bloomfield? I don't know. I mean, I've only heard good things about West Bloomfield. When I was being maliciously prosecuted, for a brief moment, my wife and I, we were trying to buy a property in West Bloomfield. Obviously, it didn't work out. But yeah, I mean, we were desperate to get the fuck out of Wayne. But then we came to a realization that this too shall pass, and you know, we will come out on top, stronger and better than ever before. So we're not ones to give up or, you know, any of that. But yeah, we gotta keep fighting, guys, you know. And it's just what it boils down to. You gotta keep fighting the good fight, even when it looks bleak, even when you think you've been, you know, knocked out. You're not done until the fat bitch is singing, and you know, she's not singing, guys. But yeah, we're just out here on a little patrol action tonight. Figured I'd come at you with a video. See if we can find maybe one more. If not, we're gonna call it quits. Nah, I mean, not really hungry. Got food at the house. Just checking out the town, right? I mean, we got the magnets all on the car now, so we can, we're getting free advertisement, right? Well, not really free. We paid, paid money. But yeah, essentially, the car is like, a moving billboard, I guess you could say. It'll be okay, baby. It'll be okay. You and your wife got my full support. How's the baby? He's doing fantastic. The baby is doing fantastic and growing like a weed. Looks just like Mauricio. Luis does. He looks just like Mauricio. Looks just like his old brother. Actually twins, So, yeah, we couldn't be more excited. We're going for one more. We're going for one more. But we'll see. We really would. Another boy would be, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a dynamic, right? So we're grateful for what God gives us. But if it was up to me, yeah, another boy would be awesome. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Definitely got enough house for it, got enough yard. But it's rough, man. Rough having to, put my kids through this shit, with the city and their bullshit, so. We're not happy about it as far as what's transpired. Excuse me. I'm so grateful for the family God has given me. Yeah, it's the best thing. Best thing that can happen to a man. But yeah, we're not happy. We're not happy about what the city of Wayne has done, and there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. Obviously, we know what we know, and we have a discovery preservation order. We know that Ordinance 2025-02, that was passed retroactively, right? So basically, the city retroactively okayed what they did on May 9th, May 19th, and July 5th. They retroactively okayed it. But that is an admission more than anything. That's an admission that there was no probable cause, right? And so that's what everything boils down to with this cases, right? Because I did submit my sign I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? I'll tell you what. I haven't seen any more of my signs being, removed and destroyed. So that's a good thing. And I've seen a lot. I've seen other. Well, let's just put it this way: Pro Fireworks, right? Pro Fireworks had a many temporary signs out, and now they're all gone. Right? So I don't know. That is something to take note. I don't know if Judge White's gonna reconsider my sign lawsuit, or if I have to just wait for him to violate my rights again and then sue him again. I don't know. Or if, my rebuttal, my response, maybe it was enough, right? Maybe it tipped the scale. I don't know. They don't, they keep you in the dark, and then they just send you a letter or call you or whatever and say, hey, So, I don't know. I've seen some things happening in the last couple days that maybe indicate to me that there's some things working, maybe. And then, of course, I filed my amended complaint for Judge Grand. And then, of course, we have the March 28th of 2024, the first warrantless break-in lawsuit. We haven't even been to court for that yet. So, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, and then, of course, we have probate court. We have to, file motions tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how that goes, because that's just a total dumpster fire. That's just fucking dumpster fire. The Wayne County probate court, that is a disgrace. I mean, that's a complete disgrace to any kind of rational thought or due process or anything American. It's disgusting. Literally the most blatantly illegal, right, petition, right? I mean, you couldn't make it more wrong, right? You couldn't, 7 and 8 not even completed, and then of course lying, committing perjury, excuse me. Laura Starr did when she stated in Section 4 of the petition that she personally observed me doing these things, which of course, me and Laura Starr have never met before. We've never actually physically met, up until, whatever, right? I mean, I don't know as far as now, I don't know what, but I know before that day, me and Laura Starr, we've never physically met. And she wasn't there when she's lying, in other words, right? She lied. She lied and said she personally observed these things, and she didn't. And there's no clinical certificates, and there's no explanation as to why there's no clinical certificates. And of course, I was never served or even notified of the hearing or the petition itself. And from what I can tell, I should be given like a lawyer, right? And then the lawyer is supposed to notify me. Like, this is apparently how the process is supposed to work according to the law. But Wayne County probate court does whatever they want. So that is something we're going to deal with. And then, of course, another lawsuit for Laura Starr and Chief Strong, because Chief Strong, he requested it and then used his newly promoted Lieutenant Colwell to get the petition started, right? Took him about 3 weeks, right? So again, these mental health petitions are for people that are an imminent threat to themselves or others, right? And so 3 weeks, right, kind of undercuts that whole kind of theory, right? If you got 3 weeks to wait, well, it's not a big pressing threat, right? And of course, it fits well with the city of Wayne, right? When they break into your house, they're there for like an hour asking you to put the fire out. you don't even have to put out, because there's no law that says the police and the fire department can just break into your backyard and they can make you put out a bonfire pit, right? There's no law that says that, because it's retarded, right? And so we're just like, I don't know. We love Wayne, right? We love the people. I love the spunk about it, right? It's really ass backwards hillbilly as fuck. I mean, it's Montucky as it gets. But Montucky in the big city, right? It's Montcalm County, but it's in the big city, right? And it's, you know, in the heart of it all, right? But it's really Montucky, right? I mean, it's worse than Montucky, because, see, Montcalm County, right? I mean, I dog on Montcalm County, but let me tell you something, guys, about Montcalm County, okay? Montcalm County, Michigan don't play that shit, guys. Montcalm County, Michigan is, I mean, the most fair justice system that I can conceive of in America, right? I mean, they're on point, man. I mean, they don't fuck around, but they're fair, you know? And they're not, like, I've never had my rights violated by Montcalm County, Michigan, right? Like, I'm born and raised Montcalm County, and man, I gotta say, like, overall, I mean, like, I've never, right, had any problems with any of Montcalm County, right? The police, the courts, nothing, right? The public school system, nothing. And it's just mind-blowing to me that, you know, at 30 years old, right, I start having, you know, to sue people, and I start having all these issues, and, you know, all my right, you know, these rights being violated, right? Because, like, I went through, you know, obviously Fourth Amendment violations galore, but I also went through Eighth Amendment violations galore. Double it, right? Double it and give it back to me, right? The Eighth Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, when you're sitting in jail, right, on a municipal bond violation, right? Or a municipal ordinance violation, allegedly, right? That's what you're charged with. Two of them, right? And you're like, okay, but you're held without bond, right? You're given these very punitive, but also ambiguous and vague bond conditions, right? Which, of course, you try to get clarification multiple times from both judges with this ambiguous language, and then, of course, they're just like, oh yeah, you know, it should be obvious. And it's like, well, it's not obvious to me, right? I mean, I got a master's degree, and none of this shit's obvious to me. I mean, there's certain things that are obvious to me, right? Like malicious prosecution and retaliatory prosecution, selective prosecution, vindictive prosecution, like all that. Like, I can articulate all that, you know. I can give you example after example after example. The transcripts, really, like I said, they're really quite amazing. They're really quite amazing because, like I said, I don't know. I mean, I know malicious prosecution is the cleanest complaint I have, right? But retaliatory and vindictive and selective, right? Lucky me, right? Those all are very clean as well. And so, you know, I you know, Eighth Amendment violations, and really the First Amendment too, because transcripts were Carrie Miller. I mean, the city attorney, like, she used that I had made signs. She highlighted that on the record, right, to the judge, as to reason made these signs, and they're huge, right? They're huge, you know, and, you know, he's not following my bond conditions, right, that I impose, right? These bond conditions that, like, oh yeah, gag order, can't talk about his case, right? I mean, think of that, right? You're charged with a municipal ordinance violation, right? And you're sitting in jail without bond or bail. I mean, just think of that shit, guys. Just think of that, right? Like Chud the Builder, right? Just look at Chud the Builder, right? I mean, that's horrible, right? $1 million for attempted murder or whatever bullshit charge they're trying to throw at him. And it's like $250K Carmelo Anthony, who stabs Austin Metcalf in the chest. He gets a bond, or he gets 250, right? 250K. And you're just like, wow. I mean, I'm sitting here with nothing, right? I got no bond, no bail, no nothing, right? Gag order, gag the fuck out, right? They shoved a dirty sock and a fucking tennis ball in my mouth, right? I mean, they just did a number on me, man, you know. And you're just like, you're just looking back at it, and I mean, I'm laughing about it, guys, but it was fucking traumatizing. I mean, it was absolutely, undoubtedly the worst experience of my life, bar none, right? I would rather shit out glass, right, than ever go through whatever that was, right? And the thing is, what's sad is, like, I don't think it's over, guys. Like, I've never felt at peace since, right? You understand? Like, truly, right? And that's ultimately what the goal was, right? I mean, that's what they wanted, right? Is they're like, oh, hey, we're gonna make him remember this, right? And you know, I got you, right? You know, it's like, hey, I got you, no big deal. You know, I'll get over it one day, right? But you know, I go to weekly therapy, right? Bi-weekly if I could, right? But I do weekly, right? And because I'm breaking this all down in great detail. So social worker, psychologist, psychiatrist, everybody. You know, I'm really, truly trying to just like not fucking bust a nut, right? Like, not just go level 10 on them, right? But it's hard sometimes, guys, because, you know, you really look at it and you're like, man, I mean, you could give me $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, and it's still not gonna make up what it took from me, right? Because it took months, a year essentially off my life, right? I mean, it took a year, right? 51 weeks of a malicious prosecution, right? 51 weeks of hell, right? But like, as far as like physically in jail confinement, over 3 months. Plus, I mean, the house arrest, which was arguably worse than the jail, right? Complete house arrest. Can't leave the house, can't go to the doctor, can't work, can't go to school, nothing, right? I mean, you're talking like total lockdown. Total, utter fucking lockdown. Montcalm County. Or you can just sit in jail. You can just stay in jail. You know, so yeah, you're just like, huh. That's like 6 months, right? 3 months of house arrest, 3 months of, you know, jail. More than 3 months. So like 7 months, right? 7-8 months. Plus, you know, 4 months of the other shit, right? Probation and, you know, all that, right? And you're just like, wow. I mean, that's truly remarkable shit for a municipal ordinance violation, right? Alleged, right? Of course, and then those 2 charges have been acquitted, right? So you're like, okay, so the charges that, you know, the charge, right, that led to everything, right? May 9th, that was acquitted. And then May 10th, right, the obscene communications, well, that was acquitted too. So you're like, okay, so all of that, right, was initiated and it was unfounded, right? It was, well, of course it is. Like, it's a joke, right? It's a fucking total sham to begin with. It was a fabrication, complete and total and utter fabrication, right? Fabrication of evidence, and then Brady violations galore, no discovery. Well, I don't want to say no discovery, but not essentially no discovery, no real discovery, right? No, nothing that we actually want, pertinent information. Things that we've requested that have been granted, right? So it's like, if the judge says we can have it, we should have it, right? And you're not making a statement as to saying, oh well, this we can't find, doesn't exist. No, they never made any of that. They never made any of that. They just said, oh, danced around it. Oh yeah, we've given them everything, right? With no proof of it, with no proof. But yeah, it's kangaroo court, definitely kangaroo court for sure. No doubt about it. It was, it's still not even over, guys. I mean, we're in appellate process now, and now we got to draft a bunch of complaints, and my golly, man, we're just waiting on them transcripts. And then the floodgates open. And we just have then we get to have the real fun. Then Judge Brita O'Leary gets to, she gets a little taste, and then I don't know about Plakas. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, realistically, yeah. But we'll see. But then I got Kerry Miller, Michael Bosnick, right? Jermaine Warwick, William Mays, all these parasites, right? All these bums, all these people that made money off this case, except for me, right? I was the only one who made no money off of it, and incurred, unimaginable costs. Right, and yeah, it's time that we have the transcripts, and we have the discovery preservation order, and we have kind of the ROA, and I mean, technically we probably should go to the court tomorrow and be like, hey, your ROA is still defective, so I guess you can fix it. You got 48 hours to do it, or we'll just file another motion. Because it's still defective, and you said you'd fix it, and you haven't fixed it. So, I mean, you fixed half of it, some of it, but again, this is a common theme with Wayne, Michigan. It's just they don't quite get it right. It takes them a while. Yeah. Joe, what's up, Joe? She's seen you. Let's see here. Oh. 4 to 15 years fighting for freedom is the most emotional thing ever. Yep, I remember looking at all that up when I came down to meet AFA. At some point, we can only hope they stop fighting the battle that the people always win. It's just at what cost. She's seen you on a camera, that's it. Yeah, I mean, well, the cost is the cost, right? I mean, the thing with it is, right, like, this was all a malicious prosecution. This was all fucking just total and utter, like, summoned upon me, right? I mean, I never asked for any of this. May 9th, I never asked them to come on my property without a warrant to enforce a law that didn't exist. I wouldn't even be able to think of something that creatively retarded, right? Because that's what it was. The whole thing was fucking retarded. Now they're saying, well, it's not a search or a seizure. It's like, well, you guys, like I said, changing the definitions of words, that's what's so fucking insane about just this whole thing, right? It's just like, they try to do what they want. They basically do what they want. And then, do you have a great lawyer? Yeah, I do now. It took fucking a year to find one. And great, I wouldn't even say the word great. I'd say good, like, younger guy, not that much experience, but definitely, he's on his way to being a great lawyer. I'm not gonna tell you who he is, but he's yeah. Might have another one or two tomorrow. Well, we might have one more tomorrow. We have, but. Yeah, we have one that we actually have confidence in. Maybe two, right? But 2, 3. But a lot of people, like I said, a lot of lawyers don't do 1983s. most lawyers, the vast majority of lawyers, don't do 1983s. So, you know, it's just one of them things. It's hard to find. Hard to find a real good civil rights lawyer, sadly. Unless it's like, you know, you got murdered unalived by the police, right? You got unalived, or, you know, there was something crazy that happened, right? Like, I mean, beyond, right? Like, I mean, there was crazy injury, or, you know, fucking brain damage. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, personal injury, right? All right, it's like constitutional lawyer. I don't know if there's such thing as a constitutional lawyer. I mean, they're all supposed to be, but you know. Yeah, I mean, a lawyer, like, you're talking like the U.S. Constitution, or are you talking like a state constitution? I'm assuming U.S. Constitutional lawyer. Yeah, I mean, my guy, he knows it. I mean, that's not his bread and butter, though. I mean, it's basically like, unless you're like, I mean, virtually no lawyer can be just a 1983 lawyer, because the lawsuits take forever, and they take forever to get paid. They take forever to litigate. They're very technical, right? They're very technical, and they're different than most. They're different than everything. 1983s are, you know, they are their own animal, and hard to find them. But I got one, and he knows another one, and they know another one, and they exist, but yeah, they're hard to. It's hard to find, right? Because you want to find basically someone who's not too experienced but has some experience, and, you know, someone who's like kind of out of town, right? Someone who's not like local, like at least like the same county. Yeah, you know, it's hard to find. Constitutional lawyer. Yeah, I mean, civil rights, right? Civil rights lawyer. 1983s, which are deprivation of liberty. Violation of someone's constitutional rights. Constitutional lawyer, yeah. I mean, they all, you know, I mean, that's what you want. But hard to find, man. Hard to find a good one, right? Because a lot of them, they're like, oh, you know, you weren't shot, you didn't have your fucking face, you know, fractured or whatever. So, you know, or they'll just say, oh, it's going to take forever, and it's going to cost all this money, and there's no guarantee, and, you know, they're just, it's high risk, low reward, I guess, in most cases. But mine is in most cases. Plus, mine's really complicated. It's not really that complicated, but it's more complicated than most. But I'll be good heads, though. I'll be good heads. We're good heads. But yeah, 1983s. That's the name of the game. Yeah, I mean, might go to law school. I already have my paralegal degree, so might go, might not. It just depends. I mean, I don't know. You're kind of more deadly with just a paralegal degree, honestly. Like, because you can obviously be pro se, and, you know, I don't know. I feel like it kind of gives you a unique perspective. Might just go be a private investigator. Might already be one. Might already be one. Yeah, might have to do that. Something. We're waiting on the VA to pull their cock out of their ass. No, it's definitely not that long. They gotta find it first, but yeah, they VA is slow. But they'll figure it out. They will figure it out. Maybe. Maybe not. Who the fuck knows? All I know is the yard's looking pretty. Waiting on Wayne County. Wayne County. Gotta do their little soil erosion test. But we've restored the wetland, except save for the pond, right? Once we get the pond in, then it'll be virtually completed. But yeah, we've done what we can. We've done what we could. I mean, we've restored it outside of putting the pond in. But yeah, we're gonna go patrol in one more time. See what we can find. Patrol, bro. Here in Tennessee, a man was put in jail for a meme he posted on Facebook. 36 days in jail, and he got $835,000. The sheriff had him put in jail. Damn. Yeah, I mean, 36 days in jail, 835,000. Yeah, I was over triple that. I mean, well, just about, physical confinement, but then you also have to include the house arrest. So, yeah, I mean, that's about what, 45 days for a milli. So, we'll just say 2 milli roughly, 2.5. Right, 2 mil, 2.5 mil for the physical confinement, and then whatever else. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, my case is it's not bad. It's not a bad one. But it's just crazy, you can just fucking exist in your backyard and catch a case. Well, caught a case, and then I gave him a case too. I was like, hey, that's cool. I'll give you one back at you, buddy. They really messed you over, brother. Just getting started, man. Yeah, they did a number. They're still doing it too, Got these false petitions that we had to, fight and file a lawsuit over that, and then we have City Hall, May 19th of 2026, right? So the second May 19th. Right, May 19th is just, infamous in Wayne, Michigan. So, then they, of course, I had, let's back up. So the day before that, May the 18th, I, of course, had all my signs stolen. Not all of them, but a good percentage of them, right? Stolen and destroyed by Brandon Braun, the ordinance officer, right? Then, the next day, I believe it was, the morning of May 19th. I had to look at the footage, exactly what day. It's just hard to keep track of it all. But no, the next day, the morning of, I got a door slammed into me by Lisa Cobaney, the assistant to the fire marshal, right? The fire marshal's assistant. So there we go. That's a interesting dynamic. That's an interesting dynamic there. So assaulted and battered with a fucking door, with a metal door. for I don't know what reason. But she'll have to tell you that. I have no fucking idea, but you know, so. And then, you know, have a, well, you know, you guys saw what happened at the city council meeting. The violations of my First Amendment. You know, and then being physically removed, and then having the mayor use his position to defame me and lie about me, and use his position to tell people not to vote for me, and all sorts of crazy shit. So that was after violating my rights. And then yeah, we'll see. We'll fucking see. We'll see on that for sure. That's another lawsuit in itself. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I don't make the rules. I just apparently enforce them. Apparently, I enforce them. I don't know what the fuck I do. I'm just like I said. I'm just a motherfucker out here trying to raise my family, right? Trying to lay low. But easier said than fucking done, right? But no, it's all good, guys.